influence.
Better than you.
Is that how this works?
Yeah, because I'm the hot one.
Or is it because I just look better than you?
No. I'm the hot one, and you're like the nerdy, like kind of like ugly one. Like I'm the cool guy who surfs, and I make music. I have long hair. I fuck bitches.
Yeah.
I get money. I do coke and shit.
I'm just a stay-at-home dad.
I don't do coke, but cool, I hear cool people do coke. So. You're like a loser. You're a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, really, like I had to hang out at one of the pools all day with my kid.
Bummer.
Couldn't go to work.
You couldn't even like jerk off or like vape or anything.
No, I have to have sex with my wife.
Boring. It's so funny. Right before we started recording, I was just apologizing to Ren for my actions on the last episode. And
we also got to make this a good one because we only have till 5:30.
Well, newsflash for you, buddy. Rosie's going to stop by, and he's going to fill in any extra time we have.
Oh, nice.
Yep, I got lucky because he wanted to hang out. He wanted to go golfing today after work, and I was just so tired. I had such a busy week.
Yeah.
And we're doing this, and I was like, if I golf, I'm not going to want to do anything else.
Aren't you guys golfing like Saturday and Sunday?
No. I actually don't know what we're doing.
I have no plans tomorrow.
I don't either. I realized I forgot to make plans tomorrow.
Let's go get margaritas.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, all right, I am busy at night.
That was an epic burp.
The only time I'm busy, I'm doing music shit with Drew and Josh Swagger.
Margaritas is a daytime thing.
I'm just letting you know. That's when I'm gonna
Swagger tries to do anything with anybody.
That's why I love him. He's very like he's adaptable.
He's a yes man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Like now he's picking up like one of the hardest hobbies in the world, music production.
One of the hardest.
It's not easy.
To be successful. To be successful is hard, but to do it, like
here's the thing: you can do it, and you will make shit forever.
Right.
And that's not a good feeling. I'm kind of in that right now, where I can't fucking make something good save my life.
Oh, you're in a rut.
Yeah, I have like 4 things that I've started, and that just they might be good. I hate them. I hate them personally, but there's something with
listen to something new.
Yeah, I listen to the same shit every day. I
listen to Tchaikovsky.
See, no, but that's not going to give me inspiration.
No, but he's like let's say the dubstep or like the original mixer. They had to mix with like 100 different instruments. You know, trombones, flutes.
That is the crazy
violins,
shit.
Organs, piano.
Like, how are things not clipping?
You know,
no
and then they have like a whole page, but that page will only last for 5 seconds because it's all instruments, and you got to turn the page. You know, so imagine pages, but the bars are going, and you have like 100 things. Yeah. But then also you're telling people what to do.
And I'm looking up like dubstep growl noise volume like number 7. And it's like, that's pretty sick. Drag and drop, done.
Yeah, then you can replay it over and over again.
Yeah, and I'm like, I made that. Hey, didn't you just downloaded that off the internet? That's what I did when I first started doing this music thing. It would just it's called just like sample arranging, where you just get samples pre-made and just put them on top of each other and just make a song out of that. Yeah. Zero like real skill involved with that. That's just like what sounds good.
Okay.
And then once you learn like how to make shit from scratch and
get a sound and actually warp it.
Yeah, and like be able to manipulate the sound and how you want, not just like I have this sound and this is what this sound is. I can't do anything with it.
By the way, you got your hairy leg up here again,
dude. Fuck. Yeah,
you're comfortable real quick.
I know. I'm having a really good day. I'm really happy. So.
Got all your work done out of the way.
Oh yeah, dude. So it's so funny. I gotta tell you about this. I get back to work Tuesday, and all right, culmination of errors happened. We had a super busy week last week for work. Like all hands on deck, bunch of shit we had to do. My boss called out of work that week. He had called out like a while ago, I guess, but happened to be like the busiest week of the year.
Dang.
And I had to leave Friday and come back Monday for this trip to see my grandma.
Right.
I fucked up and called off this weekend's. So it was a week ahead on accident. This is for last weekend. I called off this weekend. I was like, fuck. I need, last weekend off.
Yeah.
So I called the head boss of the company, Zach, and I go, yo, I never do this, but I fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can switch the days. He goes, oh yeah, no problem.
Boom.
Boom, done, easy. He's like, yeah, you never give me issues. You're never calling out.
But it's also the busiest week.
But that's fine because I got all my stuff done prior to Friday, so I was like, I'm good. Friday comes, the kid runs my route, does an absolute shit job. Like I ran that route today. It's Friday again, and I went to stores he went to. He skipped half of them, didn't do shit. I come back.
As always.
I come back. I got a call at 5 in the morning or 5:30 on Monday, and it's my boss going, "Hey, you called off today? I thought it was next week." He didn't know about it
because boss didn't tell the boss.
Right. Boss didn't tell my boss.
Doesn't it go into like a computer system or something? They can just like look at it, and then they can see like
my boss was out of town.
Boss said he updated this.
My boss was out of town, so he didn't come into the office on Monday to know. In reality, I should have called him, but he's in Colombia. I'm like, I don't want to call. I should have.
Is there like a message somehow you can leave?
He told me. He said next time just call me. I was like, all right, I'll call you. My bad. I just figured you're on vacation. Zach took care of it.
My phone. I'm not gonna get any calls if I'm in Colombia.
Yeah, but he also knows like he has to run a team, so he's expecting calls and texts.
And he's got it enabled so that international calls.
So I get back on Tuesday. I have a number for my volume, which is like the amount of cases of Red Bull I have to sell.
Okay.
In a daily basis to hit my monthly quota.
Yeah. And
I was at 104% when I left Thursday. When I came back, I was at 89%.
Oh.
Dropped. What's that? 15%?
Yeah. So suddenly you have to fill all these cases.
So what did I do?
From 104%?
What do I do? I'm back up to 103% in 2 days.
Dang! Wow.
Like nothing. So that was busy. I had to do a lot of extra shit. Took care of it. It was just a lot of labor. And ever since when I came back, I've been over 100% every day. So I'm back to the normal groove. But when I came back, the kid who covered my route was like, "Your route's so fucking hard. How do you do it?" And I'm like, "It's not that hard. You just skipped every stop and didn't sell anything."
You're out here with some wussies, bro.
He's a cool guy. Like he's a cool hang or whatever. But he's dumb as shit. He's younger than me and he has a kid and he like doesn't really care about like anything. He's like one of those guys.
Just I'm like has his job to get by.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. Anyway, that's not really that interesting. So I'm fucking amazing at my job. Basically, what I wanted to get at with that.
Felt really nice. Also caught up on my work. It's always over the weekend. Everybody buys their shit, and you go on Monday, and it's like you got all the emails, you got things to do, and it's funny because I can take off on the weekends. I mean, I can take off any day that I want. I have to still work to get the work done, but I take off on the weekends because my friends are off and everything.
Yeah,
and I kind of force myself to do it.
But you can also like for an hour on Saturday if there's nothing going on, you can just hop on and get some work done.
Yeah, but then that still like interrupts the whole like flow of things. You'll realize this once you if you start working for us. I have like this, like if you win the lottery, you have let's talk about that real quick. If you win the lottery, what is your plan besides like the usual like travel the world?
I thought about this.
Hookers,
I thought about this.
Like as if you were to like I don't know start a business. Only $1 million.
Only $1 million. Okay, so this is the first thing I would do. I'd call up my financial advisor and I'd sit down with him. I'll give you the boring answer. I'll give you the real answer, and then I'll give you the fun answer.
Your financial advisor? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's not funny.
And that's the end of that one. All right, now give me the next one.
Yeah, I would buy as much of Jeffrey Epstein's island as I could afford. Like if I can get like an acre of it,
you can get like something with a palm tree on it.
Yeah, give me like the intro to SpongeBob where there's the island with the palm tree. Okay, that's the kind of island I want.
It's not even a part of the main island. It's like a little bit sandbar.
It's the size of this table.
You get it at certain times during the year when the low tide is low.
When it's high tide, you don't see the island, but when it's low tide, you can see the island.
This is the type of real estate you want. And
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. Oh, these bugs are on me. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel where I'm gonna have like someone who makes like chests. I'm gonna like hire a guy. I'm gonna pay him like let's say I have $1 million. Let's say it costs me $500,000 to get this little island.
Right.
Probably be a lot less than that. I'm gonna say $200,000.
Yeah, because it's in the tides. Nobody wants it.
$50,000 for this.
Okay.
Do we think what's the realistic amount for an island that's half in the water all the time?
half the day it's underneath the water. Can't build anything on it. The most you can put is like a pole in the ground.
Right. So $50,000 would be fine. I would take $50,000 for water.
Yeah, but it's next to the Epstein Island.
So this actually, I'm gonna scratch the whole Epstein thing. This is just an island
Oh, a sandbar somewhere out there,
somewhere,
off
somewhere
the
like,
Caribbean.
somewhere like. I don't want to tell you. That's part of it.
Let's go with 50,000 because it's a pretty small piece of land you're talking about.
50K for this little.
Let's go 100 just
Even
to make it
100K.
easier.
I'm gonna go ahead and then hire a
We got
guy.
900,000
I'm gonna
left.
pay this other guy 10K to make me the coolest looking treasure chest possible, and then I'm gonna put the rest of the money in the treasure chest. I'm gonna hide the treasure chest on the island.
They're gonna make a YouTube video.
I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be a YouTube short.
Short.
And it's just gonna be a selfie camera, like me, like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm here in my garage. But instead of me in my garage, it's like I'm here in my island with this, double tap, and I'll go with this treasure chest. If you can find this, you can have it. But you have to post about it when you find it.
And then you put it, and then you got all the 4chan, the Reddit guys,
And then Mr. Beast will like lean his head out the side of the palm tree, and then the video cuts. And now I'm an internet sensation. Everyone's gonna be looking for the what would it be? 890,000.
You say almost $1 million.
I have just under $1 million here on a treasure chest in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
Time to bring out the whole ocean.
And then Mr. Beast will get on it, and he'll be like, I'm gonna start doing this too. I'm gonna start leaving $1 million treasure chests around the world that people can go find.
I think it's a great idea.
It is, and you'll put them in some third world country, and then because nobody has the internet, nobody will see it.
Yeah.
And then one rich kid who has YouTube will actually find it because somebody else does the math, and he's the only person who lives close, and he goes and gets it.
Of course, the richest kid in the poorest village is still gonna find
and then
money.
you're like, look at this, he's the Mr. B, and everybody's just excited because they're like in a video or something.
I gotta be more creative. I'm gonna like hide it in like a gay man's ass or something. To where like
you're like, just give a DNA sample.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in who's the bitch that like fucked 1,000 guys? What's her name? You know what I'm talking about? Have you heard about this?
I heard about somebody who did that. But I don't remember who.
Whatever her name is, I'll put it in her pussy because it's definitely enough room.
It'll fit.
Just
like
you'll
get gold Sacagaweas one at a time.
I'm just gonna slip like blood diamonds in her pussy, just like coin slots, like one thumb flick.
That's insane. And then you have her walk around at a party and they just drop out.
And they're just like 100K of just like red diamonds falling out of her vagina. You know what's funny about that? That girl that fucked 1,000 guys, I heard the last guy ate her pussy out.
Does he have like all the diseases?
I don't know. Apparently they tested everyone and people wore condoms or whatever, but it's so funny, bro. Yeah. Dude, there's a guy who's literally like going down the line of men, like filming just like them, and like
did they have to like fast forward, like fast walk?
No, because here's the thing, they all have like masks on and shit. But like every like 10th guy is just an Indian dude with like no mask who doesn't give a fuck. He's like, what are we doing? He has no like. He doesn't care.
Somehow.
He just like every 7-Eleven it's every guy you see at 7-Eleven. They're just like sitting there with their hands in their pockets, just like
when they
excited.
come in and do the video, do they just go and then that's it?
I haven't seen it, but they have the previews where they show the line, and it's just like it's like a bunch of white dudes with masks on, black dudes with masks on, and then just like some Indian guy with no shame. He's just like, I'm happy to be here, guys.
This is what we do in my country.
He's like shouting out his Instagram. It's like, go follow me. That is
what they do over there, dude. There's this harrowing video. Sorry to like change the pace here.
You don't have to do it. We can stop. We're able to stop. You don't need to go there.
All right.
I mean, listen. If we're not more than 5 minutes into this, we're 13 minutes in. I thought we've been talking
another half hour.
I thought we've been talking for literally 5 minutes. We've been talking for almost 3 times the amount.
No, we're just warming up. I'm still like catching into my beer here.
I like how you say chigging.
Chigging?
You say, I'm still chigging my beer. It's a mixture of chug and drinking. Because you don't know which word you want to say. So you go, I'm chigging.
That's exactly what happened in my brain. I didn't even mean to say it like that.
I'm in your fucking head, bro. You know what, bro? And that's why I love you, man.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that so much. You know how good it makes me feel?
That's why I'm here. I'm here to bring everyone else up since my life is so good. My sole purpose in life is just to make everyone else happy.
Right? It's like Jesus. You just walk along and you just kind of like, somebody just has to reach out and touch you and then boom.
People say,
up.
People have called me
Look
Jesus.
at that! A little butterfly shows up while he's talking about his divinity to the luck.
to the Lord and Savior, which is me. I didn't write any topics down this week.
Sacrilegious.
Yeah, I don't have any topics this week, but what's been going on? I guess there he is again. What's up, bud?
Well, there's mold in my house because there's a serious leak in the shower.
No.
And they're destroying the floor and maybe both bathrooms. And that's why we're living in the cottage.
No.
And if insurance chooses not to cover it because they easily can because nothing's been permitted,
Then you're going to kill yourself.
I'm going to move away first before I kill myself. Yeah.
Where
We
you
won't
moving?
be able to sell the house because it's like
Are you
mold,
actually going to move?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I might like run away and not deal with my problems. You know, I'll just like let the house rot for a little bit.
That's how a real man deals with their shit.
Right.
Bro, I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's like a million flies today.
You're the shit. That's all.
That was the nicest thing you've ever said to me. I'll take that over any I love you. Do you think it's the mold causing the bugs?
It's probably the dead possums I keep around the corner.
Or do you think it's your stinky little twat? It's your stinky little pink sock.
I like to keep it smelling.
Oh, let's cut back real quick. There's 2 girls that were doing the 1,000-man challenge thing. One of them.
What?
There's two of them that are doing it. There's like separate. They're like kind of like competing. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I thought you meant that like there were 2 girls in the line.
No.
Like with
2
strap-ons or
separate
something.
women are doing 1,000 men each. That would actually be.
So
Yeah,
funny.
that would be stupid. That wouldn't count. I wouldn't count that. That would be 999.
Well, I think just go to like scissors or something. You know, like.
Oh yeah, I guess. But when you say like strap on, I'm like, okay, that's just.
We still fucking no.
I wouldn't call that fucking. That lady's not fucking her. She's
getting fucked.
She's getting fucked, but that lady's not fucking her.
Well, okay, sure.
You have an argument there. Yeah, you do have an argument, and we don't need to get into it. But the other chick that did it, she did like 100 men in one day doing only anal, and they like broke her ass. She had to go to the hospital. She had like internal bleeding.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I bet you it did probably lube it up a little bit though.
When you say in a day, was it like for the whole day, or was it
A
just
whole day?
No, a holy day?
Very good. It was Easter. Yeah.
Oh shit!
No, it wasn't Easter. But yeah, no, she had to go to the hospital because her asshole like broke.
So
But-
they had to like stitch it up.
Probably, I don't know. I didn't really look into it any further than that, but
I wonder how much if that was worth it. Like,
definitely not.
do porn stars have porn health insurance? Like, does that a checkbox? They're like, yes, I do porn, and then they're like, all right, so they cover you for like all the diseases and shit.
I think
But then they're like, do you do anal?
I think it's
And
just.
then like it costs extra if you do that. You know, it's extra like.
I think these are the things that you don't want them to know.
You
You know what I mean? Like, you just say that you work at like a florist shop or like at CVS. Meanwhile, you're fucking.
No, but like professionals, they have to.
I see. I
Or
bet
no, it's the person who pays for it. The person recording it pays for it, like the studio or whatever.
pays for their insurance.
Pays for the insurance to cover the girls in case like their ass breaks and they have to be rushed to the hospital.
I see. But then I'm sure the girls also have their own personal health insurance. It's maybe like a special kind for like.
Do you take it in the ass? Yes.
Yeah, they're it like. Oh my god. They're just a little clipboard with a pen. They're anal, bukkake,
It starts out-
pissing, shitting, vomit.
What do you do, profession? Oh, I'm a porn star. Oh, okay. Can you fill out this form? They bring out like this big old pamphlet.
It's like
What exactly do you
if
do?
you eat ass, you could be prone to like brain eating amoebas, so that's going to be really expensive. A lot of bad stuff in fecal matter. We don't need you to die.
So their biggest expensive is health insurance.
Yeah. That's so funny. Porn stars' biggest expense is health insurance, which you need, bro, because this lady's asshole broke. Imagine breaking your asshole.
Imagine,
Dude, I had a fucking hemorrhoid, and I thought I was dying. I'm in a fucking Winn-Dixie, like,
It's probably
What the
multiple
fuck
hemorrhoids
happened?
when you get like it's fucked in the ass like that.
but I didn't get
Because-
fucked in the ass a lot. It was like once.
You know, that's all it takes.
I guess that's all it takes.
We got any questions?
let's take a little break. Hold on. It is really convenient that your house has mold and you happen to have a mini house right here.
Yeah, it's nice that we.
Imagine you didn't
Do
do
have
that.
something like that.
Yeah. Should we get
Yeah.
some questions?
Yeah, we should.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Phil, be funny while I look for a question.
I have this thing on my wall.
Funnier. More slurs. I haven't heard an N-word from you in like the past 4 episodes. Usually you love to say that word.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I was thinking it'd be funny if we would start and like I get into it or something. Or what it was is I think I was actually thinking about the dead air that we had there when
Right.
we were being
And I was being a little fag.
yeah. And
I can
was
admit
thinking, what if I was like super extra mean there? But it's also not funny where it's just like, hey man, you're being a really. You want to bleep this all out?
No, this is good. No, did I give a face?
No, I'm just saying if I was to say a bunch of stuff, then you have to go back and.
Oh. Yeah, I mean that would be funny just to have like a full long ass beep, and like you don't know what he says.
Yeah. So sometime I'll do that. I'll do that when it's time.
Of course, when the time, the time.
Yeah, but let's get into questions because I also had a lot of fun.
The questions were fun. Yeah. I think I have a good one right off the bat, short and sweet.
Oh, I have a thing that instead of our thing we did last week, which was who to kill, it should be who shouldn't exist.
Okay.
So like, what if another sperm beat them to the egg?
Okay.
And it was a different person, and so the scenario never happened.
It's a little complex.
Right. But like, oh, so and so raped me. I was like, all right, well, who shouldn't exist? Like.
Well, I guess in that case,
exist.
the victim, if they didn't exist, they wouldn't be raped.
It's kind of a little bit different than killing,
I'll be honest with you. We'll try it. Not really feeling it.
All right, we'll just see how it turns out.
See how it goes. I'll read the title. I had a girl over, but she smelled weird.
So
she shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I think she shouldn't exist.
So this is a segment we like to do in the pod where I guess we used to say we'd read the title and see which one of these, like, which person in the scenario should die. But today we're doing a little fun spin on it, which we are going to do if they shouldn't exist.
Like, oh, it would be better.
Like they were never born.
Yeah, should have been swallowed.
Someone else's sperm.
Yeah.
Maybe they got head instead of blessed in the view. Yeah. We'll see. It's a nicer way of doing it, but death is so permanent.
Well, it's like either after the effect it happens or it just never happens at all. Like,
oh, maybe I see what. So if like they didn't really do anything,
we'll just read it.
They didn't do anything that bad, but they just suck ass. They shouldn't exist.
Well, they could have been really bad, and it would have been nice if they just didn't exist.
Might as well just say dead. Might as well, right?
We'll see how it goes. Come on.
All right, I'm sorry. That's on me. All right. I had a girl over, but she smelled weird. I like my room set up how it is, like the way things. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna cut that. I like my room set up how it is / like the way my things smell. So when I had a girl over, she stayed the night in my bed. She had a bit of a strong body odor, but she was nice to spend time with. Basically, my sheets ended up smelling like her, but not in a good way, for a few days. I can't entirely wash the smell out. I don't know if I should just tell her or not. We're not really committed to anything, but I'd like to have her over again, but don't want my sheets smelling like B.O. That's a tough one.
That's not just like your body, like, because you didn't put deodorant on. That's like you.
That's just you, your stench.
That's like
maybe she did have deodorant though, because it says BO.
Well, he said that, but it's like something that's left in the sheets.
That's like, imagine like you stunk so bad that it's like melted into the sheets. Oh, I feel bad for this lady.
That's some real Indian diet, right?
You
there.
said it. I'm not even kidding.
Some Middle Eastern.
That's the first thing I thought.
That's some curry. That's some. What else you got in there?
Just some. Those are the people that like to drink pee pee and poo poo.
Yeah, you're eating that out of like the pig's ass because that's like the best part or something, like.
The Indian guys fuck pigs, but not to like come. They just want to like get the shit out of the pig's ass to eat it.
Tell you what, that girl ain't white.
No, she's brown. That booty brown, bro. Oh my god! Real quick, I'm gonna cut you off. I have to tell you the funniest story about brown booty. Okay, so back in high school, we went to I threw this party at this abandoned warehouse, the one in Wellington that we always talk about. And this fucking dude, I forgot his name. He was this like white kid on the football team. Probably had an IQ of 4. He was the dumbest guy in the world. Matt knows him very well because like we used to like make fun of him in class, and it was just like a fun thing. But he was like a big guy. He was at the party, and it was dark out, and he was drunk, and he was risen up this chick, and he went to go fuck her like in this little side little shed next to the warehouse. And he's talking about it in class. He goes, I took this bitch to like the side. He's white. Talks like this. I took this bitch to the side shed. I got her pants. I pulled her ass out, and man, that booty was brown. Because like he didn't realize it was like a black chick.
What?
And he was like, yeah. So I just fucking kicked that bitch into the wall and walked away. He literally had a bitch bent over. He's behind, pulls her pants down, sees her ass is brown, kicks her, and then just walks away. And he's announcing this in my science class in 12th grade. And everyone's just like, I was laughing. I thought it was funny. People were like shocked. The
That's
teacher was like,
savage.
all right, everyone settle down.
That's savage.
But that booty was brown, bro, and he didn't like it.
That's
Just like physically assaulted a chick trying to like fuck him. So I think what this guy needs to do is kick her in the back, shove her to the floor, and tell her to fucking put some deodorant on. That wasn't funny. That was just mean.
Well, let's answer the question. Who shouldn't exist? Definitely the girl. She stank.
I don't really like this game for this one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like it for the dead one either. No one needs to die here. These aren't
This
bad
is
people.
more of like
These aren't bad people.
This is like, hey, if you like the girl, tell her, like, help her change her diet.
Here's the thing.
And,
No.
like-
But you just saying that, how do you do it? Because also, let's say, for example, there's no diet. She's a white chick who eats Chipotle and acai
you're
bowls.
right. And okay, it's just whatever. So, like,
So,
how do you...
The real answer here would you have to like really be soft with her and be like, listen, I really like hanging out with you.
Right. Say a bunch of good things. You're beautiful. You know,
But-
you're
no, but-
funny.
Like thinking about it, what are you gonna say? But you smell bad?
You can't. There's no way. That's like telling the girl you hate her guts and that she like
I
looks
got
like
it.
a baboon.
Light bulb just went off in my head. You talk to her best friend.
Oh.
And you hit her with this. You go, hey, so I've been talking to Susie. She's amazing. Like, she's like the best girl. Like, I think I want to date her. But can I be real with you for a second? And this is all out of love because I really like her. Do you notice like she might have a little bit of a smell? You say something like that, and then that gets the conversation started.
And then she'll be able to go to Susie and she'll be like, "Hey,
There's nothing.
girl, you put some like whatever you
Yeah.
stank today."
Why are they
You
black?
know?
Why are they black?
Just like
They're black all of a sudden.
just we never put a prerequisite on it. We never. You said she could have been white, but you never said this other.
That
girl.
is so funny.
This other
Is
girl
like
could've
in my
been-
head, every one of these questions, everyone's always white, right? In
Not
their head-
this time. Not this time.
now it's not. But
As soon as you said that, she stank.
there's also a thing with girls. Let's say you're talking to a girl, like her best friend. Her best friend wants to be friends with you. Like that's a cool thing for them. Like, oh, I'm friends with like my best friend's boyfriend. Like, they want to have that connection with the boyfriend so they can like talk to
What
them
about the other dynamic where the other best friend is actually jealous of her and also likes the guy? And so then
This isn't like High School Musical.
you're
though.
right.
That doesn't really happen.
Well, then we need that question.
We have a question that's just the entire script of High School Musical. Yeah. So I guess what you do is you throw a bath bomb on her and you go, "Fucking clean your twat. You smell like dick."
That's it. Get her some gifts, and they're just
Oh!
like soap, deodorant.
My joke.
the
worked.
bath bomb.
It's so specific. It's like antiperspirant deodorant, like extreme deodor. You know, like
vaginal de-smeller. Dude, they have that at CVS. I saw that. I was like,
You know what's
there's only
funny?
one person mind this.
I have a very vivid memory of me at the club when I used to take photos for that DJ, and we're in our little VIP booth that we always had, and there would just be chicks that would rotate in because it was just a VIP booth. We'd let everyone in, free drinks and all that, and like the way that it was set up is there's a bench that goes like around the table, and there's like a little like ledge up top, like so it's a bench, and you can sit. So basically, there's 2 seats, like an elevated seat. And I'm sitting on the regular seat, and a lady gets up and sits like next to me, behind me. So my head is pussy level.
Ooh.
And I remember smelling
Oh.
pussy. She had like a dress on.
That's like some.
It was bad. I had to get up. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, because like And maybe, not to disparagement, maybe she'd been out all night partying. Listen, I stink from partying. I get it. But the fact that it was so pungent because she didn't have, like, it was a dress, so it's open air, just blasted me in the face.
She's like standing there like this.
I could have, like, if I had a lighter, if I lit it, it would be, it would ignite. It'd be like a flamethrower.
That's some pussy gas.
That's
fumes,
some,
bro.
That's some gas
There's
pussy,
some
though.
fumes there, dog.
Hey, he fuming for real. All right, so I guess I think talk to the best friend and maybe imply with gifts.
Yeah, you gotta be soft with it.
It's kind of the only.
I gotta check this.
You got Does it pick them up at 5:30 or it'll leave at 5:30?
Are you coming soon? I can say I can.
Yeah.
For 10 more minutes. All right, next question.
Okay. Let's bang this out. Just gotta find one real quick.
Well, then, do you want me to leave my phone, or are you gonna be done? What did Rosie say?
I don't know. Let me text him real quick. What time you coming?
We got a tag in substitute. That might be fun.
I'm gonna actually call him because I don't want to like wait for a response.
Yeah,
I've been really big into phone calls lately. Just get it over with.
Yeah, with people you shouldn't have anxiety over it. It's
I
almost
don't
like
have anxiety. I'm not a.
That's why people do texts because they can't do a phone call anymore.
Yeah, I have a feeling he might not make it. I told
That
him.
boy's busy.
I told him he's golfing, or he's at the driving range.
Oh, with Aaron?
Yeah.
Dang, Aaron's been getting into it, huh?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Is he good at it?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
That's a new voice. It's usually a lady.
At the tone, please record your message.
Has anyone ever heard that?
That is a new one.
Aaron's not good, but he's. You're not gonna.
Well, I wasn't good either, and it's because of our.
And obviously, he's not good. He shouldn't be good. If he was good, then he should quit his job and go pro. Because if you can be that good that quickly, that's insane.
Right, just started. Well, does he show promise or?
Yeah, he does. He definitely shows promise, and he's also just a smart guy. So
yeah, no, he can figure it out.
All right, this is a great title. So I snitched on my friend.
Ooh.
Hello, everyone. I'm in high
school. Do you want to play games or no?
I feel like there's not enough context. Probably kill yourself. This guy.
Snitched on my
snitchers
friend.
Get stitches and get buried 6 feet under.
I'm gonna go kill with the friend because what if they like murdered somebody?
All right, I want to kill this guy. You want to kill the friend.
Okay, we'll see how it works out.
Hello, everyone. I'm in high school, where I have a few friends that I know pretty well. They learned about a trend called the TikTok Chromebook smoke trend. Bro, remember when it was just like the ice bucket challenge? now there's like...
Now we gotta figure out what it means.
Now there's like fentanyl vape trend challenge. I don't know. There's like they come up with like the dumbest shit to hurt themselves. A trend called the TikTok Chromebook smoke trend, and have been sticking lead into the USB ports of the Chromebook. Oh, so they're just like shoving shit into their laptops.
Trying to get the laptop to explode?
Trying to break their property. I checked online about the dangers of doing it, and it could cause the Chromebook to catch fire and release a toxic gas. I told them to stop doing it a few times, but they didn't, and I snitched on them because I don't want anything to escalate. They got detention and such, and are all blaming me. What should I do?
Okay, you're right. Kill yourself.
Yeah,
don't be a snitch.
You fucking snitch, bro.
Who cares if they put a grenade under the... That's what my uncle did. He built a bomb underneath the driveway and blew it up when he was a kid.
What?
And his brothers didn't snitch on him. Somebody did. But you don't snitch about... you could blow something up at your school. It would be the coolest thing ever. You're not supposed to tell who it is. And they're just Chromebooks. The school pays for that. They got infinite money.
They don't have infinite money, unfortunately. But
our taxes pay for it.
Yeah, but listen. All right, so that's a bad argument because we don't have. There's not infinite money. I just think if you put yourself in the mindset of a high schooler, who gives a fuck? Just let them fuck around and do it.
Yeah.
If shit happens, that's an exciting day now.
Yeah.
It's also not going to come back to you. You didn't do it. Let your dumb friends do it and let them get caught.
Just don't be dumb and say that you saw them do it and you didn't say anything because then you'll get in trouble.
Right. Yeah. That's where you got to play it smart. But if you snitch on your boys,
then they're not your boys anymore.
You know what he doesn't realize is the friends that he has right now in high school will be his friends when he's like 35. And you got to keep those boys around. Right? You can't lose those boys. Those people that are in high school that say, I hate everyone, I don't like anyone, everyone here sucks. I have no friends. I'm gonna move away. Then they move to like Charlottesville, North Carolina, and they get a job as a sales guy at some like insurance company, and now they have to be friends with like the retard at the water cooler who's like, Mondays, right? Oh, weekend's not long enough. It's never long enough. And then you have to fucking sit there and probably get a Xanax addiction because you have to like numb yourself every day just to get through the day. And eventually you meet a woman, but she like, I don't know, goes trans or something. I don't know. I'm building out a weird. I'm building out a weird scenario here. Either way, your life's gonna suck if you lose your friends in high school. So stop stitching on them. Apologize, and then you go fucking do the Chromebook challenge. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go into the detention where they're all sitting, right, and the teacher's there, and he walks in the door, and all the friends see him, and the teacher goes, "What are you doing here?" And he pulls a MacBook out and a piece of lead and just sticks it, holding eye contact with the teacher.
And then tosses it on the table.
And then he just goes and sits down in detention with them. And his boys will give him a nod of solidarity and go, "You really are, bro." And they will be best friends for life.
Yep. That's like, how do you get your best friend? You beat the fuck out of him. Well, they fight you. You fight them.
What, in prison? Like, is prison?
No, it's just like how you become friends. You fight and then become friends. Like when we first started like hanging out, all we did was make fun of each other and be really mean.
When you say fight, I feel like physically.
Well, that's when you're like younger. And back
I never
in the
fought
day.
anyone ever in my entire life.
Good for you. Me neither.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
So that's where your battle is?
Battle in the bedroom. Battle under the sheets.
Or in your heart. All right, we got to cut it there because I got to go get my lady, my baby.
How much time do we got? All right, 40. That's a short one, but
I can stop it and save it.
Stop it and save it. Maybe we'll come back when you're done or when Rosie gets here.
We'll see.
We'll see.